Along California's Central Coast, two cities highlight what makes this stretch of the Golden State so unique, where history and innovation come together, blending small-town charm with a stunning natural landscape.
You can see all around, all the way out to the beach and also into the city.
Beach towns and outdoor living make San Luis Obispo one of California's most desirable places to live and work.
There's not a day when we don't pinch ourselves and say, can you believe we live here?
And just 30 miles north on the 101 in Paso, Robles, vineyards stretch for miles across one of California's fastest growing wine regions, where agriculture, tourism, and independent businesses fuel the local economy.
To me, the social connection you get is absolutely huge.
On this episode of In Focus California, we explore San Luis Obispo and Paso Robles. We talk with business owners and local leaders about growth, challenges, and solutions for this Central Coast region in transition. Hello, I'm Tanya McRae. Welcome to this special edition of In Focus California. I'm standing here in the heart of downtown San Luis Obispo in the historic Mission Plaza. Known for its laid-back lifestyle and strong sense of community, San Luis Obispo is going through a period of change as the local economy shifts and businesses adapt to new conditions. But locals who understand what makes this area special are working to keep its momentum moving forward.
I came to Farmers Market and fell in love with this community and have not looked back since.
Garrett Olson's story of how he became a resident of San Luis Obispo is pretty typical for people who live here.
It's a place where the minute you come and visit, you're going to want to come back.
14 years ago, Garrett and his wife came to SLO for a visit, but they came back and stayed. He is now president of the San Luis Obispo Chamber of Commerce and took me for a stroll through downtown.
So this is the new coffee kiosk that's going in as part of a revitalization of our Mission Plaza.
In the center of downtown SLO is the Mission San Luis Obispo de Tolosa. So the Mission, this was sort of the beginning of the city?
Yeah, and then we just grew from there. So our mission was built in 1772. Wrap your mind around that. And city leaders decades ago created a space at the steps of Mission Plaza for the community to come together and do special things like our summer concert series. We'll turn thousands of people out dancing and jiving and enjoying local wines and cider and beer. And this is where our Christmas parade, holiday parade comes through. The whole place gets lit up. It's just magical.
San Luis Obispo is a unique location on the Central Coast. What makes it special in terms of a place to live, work, and own a business?
Whether you're driving, flying, or taking the train in, you're going to pass through some of the most beautiful landscape California has to offer. You'll cruise past the Pacific Ocean, you'll drive through oak-dotted hills, you'll drive through farmland and vineyards. It's the best of an urban center and the best of a small community. Thriving people create a thriving business community.
One of those thriving businesses is the Ambiance Boutique, owned by Canon January.
Ambiance has been here for actually over 50 years, and I bought it when I was 23, still at Cal Poly, going to school, getting my degree in biochemistry. I took out an SBA loan and bought it, and so I've had it 22 years.
Describe the vibe of downtown SLO.
I believe that it's welcoming. We're very friendly. We've got a really good mix of independents and some major anchor stores. Oprah did rate us the happiest place on earth.
That's pretty amazing. For a small city like San Luis Obispo, I would imagine that you have dealt with the roller coaster ride since 2020. Through the pandemic, the aftermath of the pandemic.
Yes.
How have the last few years been as a small business owner?
We have changed a lot in terms of how traffic is moved through our downtown, especially the corridor, and we've changed parking. Parking has always been an issue in our town. I think as locals, sometimes you take for granted what your city offers, and when things change and you don't like it, the one way that you really kind of tell the city is by not showing up and supporting your downtown. I hear from people all the time, I'm so sad that this business is closing. I love that business. And my question to them is always, did you support there? Did you shop there? And they're like, no, because they're shopping from their couch. They're shopping from home.
While ambiance has endured here for 50 years, the sustainability of other brick and mortar businesses has come into question. In 2025, there was an article by the San Francisco Gate that attracted a lot of attention. And it basically said that downtown San Luis Obispo was on the decline. Businesses were struggling, many of them had closed. Was that article accurate in any way?
It really caused a lot more chuckling than it did concern. This is not a struggling downtown. We have turnover, and certainly all communities do, and a lot of times that's good. A business that's run its course reimagines itself, or a new business moves in, but this is a thriving, amazing community. I'm looking behind you at a place that just moved in, the Anderson Social, and it is a stopover point for musicians that are traveling between LA and San Francisco, and an opportunity to blow your saxophone in Anderson Social while people drink coffee or cocktails.
Well, it just so happens that I got my morning coffee and a delicious chocolate croissant at Anderson Social.
And
so I would highly recommend it.
They've been open for just a matter of weeks, and they're already thriving, and we're just so proud of them.
With a population of about 47,000 people, plus another 22,000 at Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo is a place where fresh energy and deep roots coexist. What are you most hopeful about for the future here in SLO?
I'm excited. Cal Poly is actually growing, and so they will bring in more students, which is really great for our community. We've been doing a lot of single-family homes built in the city limits. I think that we have great things coming. Coming up, the mayor of San Luis Obispo shares what makes this city a top destination for visitors. And later, we head to Paso, Robles to check out the latest wine tasting trends and discover the secret to making a tasty mocktail. Stay with us. Welcome back to In Focus California as we take In Focus on the road here to the Central Coast. San Luis Obispo Mayor Erica Stewart has been at the center of the city's leadership since 2018, when she made history becoming the first African American to be elected to the City Council, and again when she was elected its mayor in 2022. Along with her duties overseeing city business, Mayor Stewart also teaches a class in public speaking at her alma mater. I sat down with the mayor at City Hall to discuss the latest developments in San Luis Obispo. Here's our conversation. San Luis Obispo is really one of the most famous areas in the Central Coast. Why is it an important area in the region, both to the Central Coast and to California in general?
Well, you know, we're the 16th city out of all 484 cities. We are 3 hours from San Jose, Silicon Valley. We are 4 hours from LA. So the whole San Francisco LA Central is really great. But also we have amazing microclimates. I mean, you can go 15 minutes south and go to Avila Beach, Pismo Beach, and need a little sweatshirt, or go up 15 minutes north, you're in Paso. So when you think about tourists coming into our community, from wineries to hiking to the beach, you can go everywhere in a very short period of time.
What is it like for you to be a part of the city in so many different roles?
I love the problem-solving aspect of it and listening to the community. I think that there are some challenging conversations we have, but if we can get to the point of what's our end goal and how do we achieve this together, that's when we're in a really good place, and that's when we have the best solutions.
San Luis Obispo is in a unique area of the Central Coast. Why is it an important area for this region and for California overall?
We're a great combination of small enough and big enough. You can pilot your small business idea and grow from here. We've seen a lot of people grow, whether it's a small software company, a baking business, a drone company, whatever it might be. They're trying it out, seeing if it works in this market, and then growing from there. We also have, I mean, it's a beautiful area, so your employees, they enjoy where they're living, they enjoy the beautiful smog-free air and water, but also we have to be very careful and careful of our resources. We've invested a great deal of our local funding and our community members' investments in making sure that we have water, we have housing, and we take care of our 4,000 acres of open space. So it's a special aspect of agriculture and growth. We have a university right next to us, so we have a lot of communication with Cal Poly, and so we're watching young people be able to be innovative and grow and figure out what do they want to do with their lives.
A lot of people think of SLO in terms of its charm and its history and the sense of community here. What is the city doing to preserve that part of SLO's identity, but also adapting to basically inevitable growth and changes?
That is a great question. We continue to work on how do we preserve the history, how do we share the history, and at the same time make sure that we are growing in our density, because California, 484 cities, we've all been told, you need to be able to house people that live in California. Housing then turns into another conversation around mental health and substance abuse for people who are unhoused, and looking at how do we come alongside and help provide those supportive services. That's something that we're trying to do together. But also taking care of our natural resources. We have some beautiful creeks. We go right into the ocean. We're surrounded by wineries and beautiful landscape. And then we kind of expand. I think one of the aspects of SLO is that it is growing. And we're trying to manage our growth about 1%, because 1% a year, because we have to also manage that infrastructure and the resources. But with that growth comes other neighborhoods. We have newer neighborhoods that they wanted to have restaurants near them. They wanted to have shops near them. So we have, Sushi Table over by San Luis Ranch. We have Dunkin' Alley, which has fun local mobile trucks coming with food and local beer, local wine, yoga, Pilates, whatever it works out for that community. And that's really what it comes down to.
You are an alumna of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. What does the university's presence mean in terms of its impact both on downtown SLO, but also the students and the young people, the spirit, the energy, the innovation?
It's been a wonderful experience having the entrepreneurship center downtown, having the alumna come back. You have staff and faculty that live right here in San Luis Obispo, and it's a challenging conversation many days, but it's also an enjoyable conversation. It's a good partnership, and we're trying to continue to collaborate and work together.
You get the energy and enthusiasm
Yes.
of the young.
Yes.
That is something special. San Luis Obispo is known for being both a charming city and also being very eclectic.
Yes.
Someone who's never been here, what would be the top places or landmarks that you would say are must-see?
I mean, how can you not want to see a bright pink building? Madonna Inn has so much fun, roses and beautiful fun history. Bubblegum Alley, people love to go downtown, blow a big bubble and put it on the wall. So it is a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay.
But I think truly it's the 66 miles of hiking trails and being able to see our whole beautiful community. Some of our trails, when you go up to the top, you can see all around, all the way out to the beach and also into the city. But I think just going downtown and going to farmers market on a Thursday night is just quintessential San Luis Obispo.
What are your hopes for the future and growth of San Luis Obispo, say in 10 years?
I hope we're able to house more people. I also hope that we come together as neighbors and community members and continue to grow closer together. As you get a little larger, you go through growing pains, and I hope that the work that we're doing on water and water reclamation, we just continue to be able to provide great fresh water to everybody. We have the beautiful open acres and open space, and I hope that we can get more acreage to be able to preserve that beautiful look.
Well, Mayor Stewart, it is very apparent that you genuinely love the city that you oversee.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank
you
you
so
so
much
much
for inviting us in.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming here.
Still ahead, a winery in Paso Robles is finding new ways to bring wine lovers to the table. Plus, a fresh twist on the growing mocktail trend. Stay with us. Welcome back to our special edition of In Focus California as we take the show on the road here to the Central Coast. Paso Robles wine country is responding to a recent shift in consumer drinking habits. I met two local business owners who are embracing the change in a creative way, serving up customer experiences with a fresh twist. Take a look. This is such an iconic scene, though, to be here in the middle of the vines.
It's amazing out here. The rolling hills of West Paso, you have these incredible oak trees that have been here for hundreds of years. Every little component, whether it's the baby grape clusters, the tendrils, the new leaves, these gnarled trunks, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous location.
Hal Schmidt was an F-18 fighter pilot for the Navy. Yes, the Top Gun kind, when he started coming to Paso Robles in the 1990s.
Didn't know anything about wine, I didn't grow up with it, but it was always fun coming out here. I met a local winemaker, we got along, so I offered to help if he needed it, and ultimately did a little bit of harvest with him.
After 6 years of learning about winemaking, someone suggested that Hal start his own brand, so he did.
In 2004, we did our first 100 cases under Volatus, and have slowly grown since then to about 3,000 cases.
Paso Robles has more than 200 wineries stretching across 40,000 vineyard acres. These vines turn out over 60 varietals. But sales of the Central Coast's award-winning Cabernet Sauvignon have dropped 44% since 2023, according to a recent Paso Robles wine industry study.
The last few years, we've been down pretty big across the wine industry, and Paso Robles has not been immune from that. And you'll find places here that are down maybe just a little bit. Some folks 30, 40%, these are big numbers to a business. We have been remarkably fortunate here at Volatus, where over the last 3 years that have been challenging, we've been either steady or slightly growing. We have done our best over the last few years to really manage cost where we can and try and deliver the best product possible, but at a good value.
What are you hearing from the younger people that are coming in here about maybe why they're not buying as much wine as you would think?
You know, that's a great question. I think that sober, curious movement is definitely for the younger folks. You hear it a lot with Gen Z, and then you're also seeing it more into those 40 to 60-year-olds that are maybe starting to influence some initial health issues, and they're backing off a little bit. Particularly when folks are dealing with, inflationary costs and prices are rising with everything. As a luxury product, how is it that they're still going to want to have me in their life and have my wine at their table?
While some of the wineries in Paso Robles have struggled to bring in customers, the Yes Cocktail Company has adapted by jumping on the booming mocktail train.
People have really taken a shift towards drinking mocktails. So it went from about 90% of our customers doing cocktails only to now about 50-50.
And when did you start to notice the trend change from people buying your products to use with cocktails to people actually making mocktails with them?
In about 2022, 2023, so coming out of the pandemic a little bit, we just started to hear it more and more and more. Oh, I'm looking for mocktails. And then we have Google data on what people are searching for, mocktails.
And what do you attribute the trend change
I think there's people that would typically have 2 to 3 cocktails in an evening, and they're shifting. They're doing, we'll do 1 cocktail and maybe 1 mocktail. So a little bit more moderation.
And you have figured out how to expand on all of this by changing your menu, by changing the tastings. Tell me about that change.
So interestingly enough, all of our products have always been non-alcoholic. So we were well suited to make the transition. What has changed is really how we market them and the kinds of things that we offer here. So if there's a cocktail here, we're gonna have a mocktail version of it for you.
And what's the reception reception you have gotten from your neighbors, considering this region is known for its wineries?
Yeah, you know, so many of our friends are in the wine industry, and we love that because we're an alternative. It's great if you're here for a wine tasting weekend and you're hitting 3 or 4 places in a day. A little mocktail break is a fantastic idea. But the difference between Paso and other wine regions, really worldwide, is that oftentimes when you walk into a winery here or any kind of a tasting room, you're gonna most likely meet the owner. That's something that's really unique, I think, here.
Brandon, what is your best-selling mocktail?
Right now, people are really liking our yuzu and peach gimlet. So that's gonna be made with a non-alcoholic gin, our yuzu peach mixer, and some fresh lime. This is a nice patio sipper for the summer. Yuzu peach gimlet. It's refreshing.
That is delicious. In Paso Robles, the old vines and the new ideas grow side by side. From century-old traditions to cutting-edge craft, Yes Cocktail Company and Volatus Winery show how Paso is reinventing itself. Because at the end of the day, the mission is the same: bring people to the table. You've run this winery for 22 years now.
Yes, ma'am.
What have you enjoyed most about it?
People. We're in there getting to tell stories and learn about their life, and they learn about us, and we're doing it over wine. And to me, the social connection you get is absolutely huge. And if it wasn't for that, I'd have stopped doing this years ago.
Obviously, Brandon and Hal have come up with some unique ways to keep customers coming through the doors and happy. Thanks so much for watching this special edition of In Focus California from the Central Coast. We'll see you next time.